Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to another doll ranking video. Today we are going to be ranking all of the angel themed Barbies. So this was actually an idea from one of you guys. Big thank you for the concept because I do think it is pretty fun and I thought this was the perfect time to do it. I did like a year or two ago do a ranking for all of the holiday Barbies, which is the #1 thematic Barbie ranking to do this time of year, but I thought that Angel Barbies was also a pretty good one to do since I've already done the proper holiday Barbies, because while they aren't thematic to all of the holidays going around at this time, they are definitely thematic at least to Christmas, so it's like one out of a few, it could be worse. I felt like it was an appropriate time to do this, and there are honestly a lot more Angel Barbies than I thought there were. I got this suggestion and was like, how many Angel Barbies can there possibly be? But definitely enough to do a ranking video, so that is what we're going to be doing today. As always with these, this is just my opinion, so if you totally disagree with me on this, totally fine. It's not a big deal, and I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you do find yourself enjoying the video, if you could give it a like, that's very helpful to me. If you're new here and enjoy your time, definitely subscribe so you can see more. And if you want to go out of your way to support me, I have a bunch of links and stuff in the description. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on ranking these Barbies. Alrighty, so as always, I am using Procreate to do the rankings, and I did go with religious theming for the tiers because it just felt appropriate. Okay, so the tiers that we have, first one, Angelic, which is what started everything because it's ranking the angel Barbies. I couldn't not have the top tier be angelic, so I just kind of went from there. So going on down, we have Saint Level, Pure, Has Sinned on Occasion, Big Bad, and Demonically Awful. I don't know, I thought it was funny, but those are what we are going to be using today. And we are going to be starting off with one that is called the Angelic Inspirations Barbie. Some of these are going to have repeat names because that just happens on occasion. And also, I'm sorry if I miss any that you know of. I tried to get all of them, but sometimes it can be difficult. So let me know if I missed one in the comments and I will definitely look it up. But Angelic Inspirations. I do feel like this is a pretty solid start. I actually really enjoy her makeup. The hairstyle is I feel like maybe it just doesn't look as good in the box as it could in real life. Because, the half-up bun could be very pretty. I just am not 100% sold. The dress is nice. I do like the overlay of, the glittery fabric. I think that's very pretty. The solid golden wings are pretty nice. And she comes with a little dove, which is very cute. I definitely don't feel like she is top tier for me. I'm trying to decide between Saint Level and Pure. I think I'm just going to go with Pure because she doesn't really wow me, but she is pretty solid and pretty cute. Next up we have the Golden Angel, and wow, what a step up. The curls look so beautiful. The makeup is still very nice. We've got the golden wings, but there's also some feathering going on there. To be fair, I'm not sure how good this would look in person. I'm not sure if the stock photo is just the best possible angle of these feathers. But they're really pretty. Her dress is so nice too. Lots of bits that flow and stream down. We've got some jeweled decoration here. She's got a bouquet of flowers. I think she's gorgeous, and it's so funny because when I was prepping for this video, first of all, like I said, I didn't know that there would be enough Angel Barbies to even do a ranking, and when I realized there were, I was surprised by how nice so many of them are. Spoiler alert, there's some really beautiful ones in here. So she is going to go straight into Angelic. I think she is gorgeous. Okay, next up we have the Happy Birthday Angel, and this is much more giving, I'm going as an angel for Halloween. This is definitely not a real angel, if that makes sense. I'm less of a fan of it. Honestly, the tiny wings don't really bother me that much. Just the skirt, I think, is what's killing me the most. It's just all of the ruffles. I don't know, sometimes I like ruffly things, sometimes I don't. This one is really not vibing for me. The striped socks, it all feels very gimmicky, and to me it doesn't fit the theme of this video, because again, it feels so much more costumey. Most of the other Barbies are angels. I don't know about her. I'm gonna put her into Has Sinned on Occasion. Ooh, okay, next up we have the Angel of Joy. Look at the fabrics on this. So pretty. She has, again, beautiful curls. We've got a crown that I'm assuming is trying to kind of reference a halo. Absolutely gorgeous. We've got these flowing sleeves, and I'm just really interested in the texture of the bottom of this skirt. It's kind of giving me the bubble skirts of Homecoming back when I was a child and went to Homecoming, which wasn't a look on me the way that I thought it was, but I honestly think it's working for this Barbie much better than it did for me, and even much better than it has for other dolls who have gotten the same kind of fabric and like the same manipulation of the fabric. I think it's really nice. Her wings are kind of like curled in a little bit, almost like going around her shoulders. It looks like they might be wire, so maybe you could like adjust the positioning, which I think is really, really cool. I think the only thing holding her back is the bow on the front. I'm not like 100% sold on. She's really pretty though. I'm going to pop her into Saint level. Okay, next up we have the Harpist Angel, who again is so lovely. Like, these angel Barbies are so pretty for absolutely no reason. Obviously we have the little harp. Like, it wouldn't really be much of a Harpist Angel without a harp. Although, is that still a harp if it's that small, or is that technically a different kind of instrument? Let me know if you know more than I do about that. But I love the colors for her. I feel like her hair, the color matches like her skirt. I think each of these had like different variations in skin tone and hair color. This one was just like the clearest image that I could find. And I think it looks really, really good for her. The purple is beautiful. The flowers are so nice. And again, lots of like streamers, lots of layers. The feathery wings are so pretty. Like, she's really, really pretty, and she is going to angelic. Okay, and then we have the Angel Princess Barbie, and I feel like I've seen people really, really love her, and I do understand why. I get why she appeals to other people. I don't think she's perfect for me. I will say the wings are incredible. Like, they definitely are evoking Angel without straight up being feathers. She's got more like the feathers kind of on her sleeves. Those are such fun and interesting wings to me. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. The hairstyle, kind of plain, but it's not terrible. I like the skirt. I think I don't like the feathering on the sleeves. Like, it's just not quite working for me. It is also hard because she's like in this pose in box. If you zoom into this very blurry picture, I do think I would probably like her more looking at her in like a different pose. I don't know if like the box pose really did her the best favors. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt because I think she's got some really cool elements. Oh, do I want to put her in pure or saint level? They're both so close for me. Because there are definitely, like, she doesn't strike the same chord as, like, the angelic ones. But the more I look at her, the more I do like her. Especially looking at this little image. I really think a lot of it is the pose. I'm going to put her into saint level. Next up, we have one that is just called Holiday Angel, to the best of my knowledge. And there's going to be a lot of the Holiday Angel ones. Another one that is just so good. I love the wings that they did on this, because I feel like angel wings on a doll can be difficult to do without making them look just absolutely ridiculous. I think the gold trim with like the sheer fabric is honestly a really fun way to go about it. I love that she's got this just bit of fabric kind of draped over her. We have another halo effect going on. The dress is so, so nice. It's honestly kind of giving like Renaissance Fair vibes. Like, I feel for sure that I could see someone wearing this at a Renaissance festival. And it's just gorgeous. Like, she doesn't have as many embellishments as some of the other ones, but she's so striking. She's going into angelic. Next up, we have got Angelic Harmony, who I do like a little bit less. She's just not as extravagant as some of the other ones we've been looking at, right? Doesn't mean that she's bad, though. She does have a cute little crown here. It's hard to see in this picture, but I know the texture of her wings, and I know that this would be iridescent and like reflect rainbows and be really, really, really pretty if the light hit it right. Like, this just isn't the best image possible. Dress is like a little bit plain again. Like, it's not quite as full, not quite as elaborate as some of the other ones. But I still think she's cute, and I think I'm going to pop her into pure. Then we are looking at the Angel of Peace, and like I'm running out of things to say about how pretty these are. Like, angelic is the word for it. I just think this is so lovely. The wings are not my favorite. I don't think that they're quite as well executed. They look very similar to like the ones on this gal here, but I think that hers were a little bit more interesting to me. I'm not sure why. I think maybe they just like went with the outfit a little bit more for me. But everything else about her is so, so pretty. The layers on her skirt, the flower in the middle. She's just so good. Like, Barbie just really knows what they're doing with angels a lot of the time. I'm going to put her into saint level. Next up is another holiday angel. Not as good as the first one, for sure. I really don't mind the dress, and I don't mind the idea of like shorter hair on angels. Also, sorry for the quality on this one. Some of them are a little bit iffy, like as far as the photos go. but I just don't think this short hair is what I would have wanted. She is kind of more blue, which is cool because I do like that, but I just think the dress is not doing enough for me. I'm going to put her into Have Sinned on Occasion, which is ironic, and I think it's a very funny name for a tier. Then we have the Couture Angel. Did I say that? Couture? Couture. That's definitely right. Couture. What was that? Couture Angel. I'm gonna laugh if I had it right the first time, and I'm saying it wrong now. Haunt Couture is like the Monster High one, though, so it should be Couture Angel. I'm really overthinking this. Let's focus on the design. The wings are very, very pretty, but again, it's I don't know, something about the vibes are just different, because I think for this ranking specifically, because of some of the other ones that I'm looking at, I'm thinking like angelic angel, like heavenly host angel, and she is very much giving more of like Victoria's Secret angel, only like with a full dress on. I think it's the combination of how the wings are done and the particular style of like the hair and makeup, and that's not bad. Like, that's not me trying to say that that's a terrible vibe to be giving. I think it's also the fact that you can see like a little bit more of her leg. I don't know. It's not that it's bad. I think it's just not fitting with the mindset that I'm in right now, if that makes sense. Like, she's not an ugly doll at all. I'm just thinking in like a different vein than this doll is giving. I think I'm still gonna put her into Pure because I think that there's some cool detailing like on the bodice here. The way I think it's like sewn on like the cups of her bodice is cool. And I don't want to take credit away from her just because I'm not in the mood for this right now, you know? So I think we're still going to put her into Pure, because she at least has really nice elements. Oh, okay, this is so fun. This is the Angel Lights Barbie, and she, I believe, was actually marketed to be a tree topper, which is so fun and, like, again, thematic to the season. I feel like this is just so interesting. She doesn't have proper wings, which is, especially for a tree topper, I think is funny, because it's like, I don't know, if you're going to put an angel on top of your tree if you celebrate Christmas, I feel like it makes sense for it to have wings. However, her dress does light up. Like, the actual dress has lights in it, which is so cool. Like, she doesn't have to be on top of the tree to light up. And it looks so gorgeous with the sparkly fabric and the lace on the bottom. And her top does have like the kind of wing motif on the shoulders. I think this is so fun, so creative. It's definitely some like gimmick dolls, especially gimmick dolls that I feel like we get nowadays, are not as exciting for me personally as an adult collector. If you like them, that's fine. I'm not judging you, but like, they're just not for me. This is the kind of gimmick that I think is so fun, because it's like, okay, it's a Barbie doll, but it's also your tree topper, and she lights up and is gorgeous. I am obsessed. I'm not the biggest fan of this Barbie face, and I don't love the hair, but I think this is such a cool idea, and there's so many fun things going on. I can't put her anywhere else other than angelic. Like, that is so fun. Okay, then we have another holiday angel, and she honestly might be one of my favorites. She's so cool. Again, the wings aren't like the most spectacular ever, but I do think that they work nicely in this design. But her dress and her face too, like, this is so beautiful. I love how it's so asymmetrical. I like the disconnected sleeve on the one arm. She just looks breathtaking. The fabrics and the patterns are gorgeous. Her kind of crown halo situation is so nice. It's like a little bit more geometric. I love this so much. So it's pretty obvious that she's gonna go into angelic.
Editing me here really quick. So you might have already noticed in some of these screen recordings that my like hands weren't matching up with the screen recording, or there wasn't like any zooming or anything like that. And that's because we're having technical difficulties again. I honest to God don't know why the screen recordings just like freeze and jump really randomly sometimes. Apparently it's like a decently common issue, so I don't really know what to do about it. But at this point it's getting so bad that I'm gonna have to put pictures in again. I'm really sorry, because I feel like this affects how good the ranking video is, but I just don't really feel like I have an alternative, so I'm not really sure what else I can do. But that's the solution for now. I am sorry if this disrupts your viewing experience.
Sadly, right after that, we have another one that's the Holiday Angel, and she's just not as good. She's just not. I'm so sorry. The face is pretty. Like, she's got a pretty face. The wings are extremely boring to me. The outfit really isn't bad. I do think it looks like it's not fitting quite right. Like, something about the line underneath the bust feels like it's not where it should be. Feels like it's not fitted quite the way it should be. I don't think she would be reading as bad if we hadn't just come off the absolutely breathtaking Holiday Barbie from before, or like the Holiday Angel from before. She's just not that good. The wings are what's really taking me out for sure, but I do think her face is like exceptionally pretty. Something about that face is really getting me. She should be going into Has Sinned on Occasion. I think I'm going to put her into Pure, though. I'm feeling very generous today. It's like the holiday spirit, I guess. Then we have the 2008 Angel Barbie. This is a lot, and I think it could very much be to some people's tastes. It is simply not to mine. The wings are interesting. I think that's a fun way to execute them with like a little bit of fabric and then the feathers going. The dress is just... I don't like this. I was trying to think of better words, or maybe slightly kinder words. I think this is really, really bad. Her face is good, though, and the wings are good. And the hair is fine. I'm not obsessed with, like, the bun thing, but it could be worse. Big Bad or Demonically Awful? Because it's bad, but I think the wings are innovative and interesting enough that I'm gonna put her into Big Bad. She's spared from being the bottom tier, but she's on thin ice. Okay, then we have another Couture Angel, and I like this one significantly less than the other one, even though I didn't even like love the other one. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to pinpoint what it is, and I honestly just think it's the color scheme that is not working for me. Which is funny because there have been so many different color schemes on these other dolls, and I've liked so many different things. This one in particular is just not what I personally would want. Not to say that she's terrible. I definitely could see why other people would like her. But for me and for my ranking, she's going to have to go into Has Sinned on Occasion. Then we have the 2007 Angel Barbie, who killed it. Nailed the prompt. Like, how can you get more Angel Barbie than a pink angel? Like, this is Angel Barbie. She's not my favorite, but she is the Angel Barbie, at least to me. She's got another maybe harp, maybe different instrument. I think the hair is beautiful. I actually think the face is quite nice. The feather wings are very, very cute to me. And this dress, like, I love the cut of it. Pink isn't like my personal favorite color, but it works so well for Barbie. I mean, it's Barbie pink, you know, like, it's so good. I can't take any points off of her, you know, like, this is just so perfectly thematic. I love it. I think this is really well executed. She's going in angelic. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. I don't even want to click on this one. So this is the Bubble Angel. And personally, it's giving more Faery than Angel. Neither one in a good way. But it's definitely giving more Faery than Angel. However, it's called the Bubble Angel, not the Bubble Faery. So I'm counting it in this ranking, and that's on Barbie. That's Barbie's fault, okay? They could have changed the marketing. Is the gimmick cool? Yes. Like, I do think this is a fun gimmick that her wings, you can put, like, in bubble soap, and then it'll blow bubbles as you, like, move the doll. That is cool. That's a fun gimmick to have. I think I would hate this a lot less if it were marketed as the Bubble Faery. I still don't love it. Like, I still don't think that it's just for my taste. I think the outfit is not for me. But I definitely would hate it a lot less if it were marketed as the Bubble Faery, because this is a fairy. Like, this is not an angel. And so for the angel ranking, she's going in Demonically Awful. I'm sorry. It's a fun gimmick, but I'm not vibing with it, and I don't think that's an angel. These next two are just called Angel, and also I was using the Barbie database website, and these both had the same product number, so I'm not sure if they were like different variants in different countries or what the situation was, or if that's just like an error and they didn't have the same product number. Not important at all for the ranking, just like an interesting tidbit that I wanted to share. I really like how the wings are done here, actually. I feel like maybe people won't like it, but I think it's interesting how the fabric is kind of manipulated to kind of look like feathers. I think that's pretty fun. She's got a lot going on the sleeves, which I love. I love me a good dramatic sleeve. I think it's very fun. All of the kind of like braiding is really interesting and is definitely giving Angel. Like, Some of the other ones are like angelically pretty and like, oh, like they're heavenly hosts. This is giving literal biblical angel for me for some reason. Obviously not like literal with all the faces and eyes and like that sort of thing. But I just, something about the cording is giving me ancient times biblical, if that makes sense. Like in the storybooks I was read as a Christian child, I feel like this cording is evoking like the texture that I saw in those text or not textbooks, but in those like storybooks on people. Like I feel like someone else has to get this, right? Like I can't be the only one who's like, I definitely saw a drawing of an angel that kind of looks like this.
I know this is such a specific thing that I'm saying, but you can't tell me that that Angel Barbie wouldn't fit right in with books like this. Not necessarily this one specifically, but like same vibes.
I don't know. Anyway, not my favorite. I do think she's kind of cool though. She's just got like a very particular vibe, and I'm gonna put her into pure. Okay, so the second one of the same product number, dubiously maybe, I definitely don't like as much. She's got some cool stuff going on with her hair, like hair accessories. I think the wings aren't quite as exciting, although I do think that they're still a little bit different to some of the other Angel Barbies, and so therefore they're kind of fun because of their uniqueness. I kind of like how tiny they are. Like the big wings are super, super fun, don't get me wrong, but sometimes the tiny ones are really cute. What's killing it is her dress. There's no like nice way to say this, but to me, it's giving very much like burlap sack, but you put glitter on it. Like the texture and even the cut and everything, it looks like a burlap rice bag. Like it looks like a burlap sack, but it's like, oh, let's throw a little glitter on there. I feel kind of bad because she's got a sweet face. So I think that's, I'm like locking eyes with her and being like, you are dressed in a sack, and I feel guilty for it. But it's not good. Because I think she has a sweet face and I like her hair. And for some reason, like, I feel guilty about that. I'm gonna put her in has sinned on occasion. Okay, we are reaching the end here. Next up, we are on the Heartstring Angel, and I've actually seen this doll, not this skin tone variation, but I've seen a different skin tone variation in person. She's very pretty, although I will say this face sculpt is superior to the one that I saw for sure. Like, if I had seen this one, I probably would have bought her. I considered buying the other one, partially because I do think she has a beautiful dress. The wings are really nice, but mostly because I used to play both the violin and the cello, and so the like violin that she has is it's like evoking a little bit of nostalgia in me. I think it's really, really fun. All of the detail on it. Like, I know I'm supposed to be focusing on the angel, but I honestly just think the violin is really, really cool. I think it's beautiful. She does have a nice dress though. And like I said, this face sculpt, far superior to the one that I saw. Like, I actually really, really like this. Her headpiece is nice. She's got to go in angelic. I can't put her anywhere else. Then we have a couple of actually recent ones. I didn't put a year on this one because why would I be that organized? But this is the first Bob Mackie Angel. I think the first Bob Mackie Angel, unless I missed one, which would be embarrassing. But I want to say this was the 2022, either that or 2021. I'm sorry. I'm disorganized, can you tell? And I like it, but it is giving very, very different vibes to the other angels that I have liked from this, if this makes sense. Like, most of the ones that I like are kind of in big, floofy, flowy dresses. They're more classical, I guess you would say. I don't think this is quite that, but I do think it's interesting. I think the wings are done in a very fascinating way. I actually really love the look of the halo. I think that's super beautiful. The dress is just kind of losing me, and I think it is because I much prefer big, floofy, flowy ball gowns. Like, I just think that that's really fun, or just like a kind of more interesting cut, I guess. Because this is just like mermaid, and it's like, you know, I could go without it. I'm not obsessed with the fabric. I do think there's a lot of good things about this Barbie, though. Like, the face is great. She has some really, really good elements. And honestly, the more I look at her, the more the wings and the halo are, like, sending me in a good way. And she's going to go into saint level, I think. And then the last one is the Bob Mackie 2023 Holiday Angel. And this one is definitely much more Christmassy than the other ones, which, like, I mean, it does make sense. I definitely associate angels the most with Christianity and with Christmas, therefore. I'm not sure, just because I'm not super well-versed, how much, like, angels play into Judaism. I don't know how much they play into Hanukkah or anything like that. So maybe I've been wrong, and maybe this whole video has been thematic for 2 holidays. But I digress. This one is giving extremely Christmas. And again, I understand why. I think I like it less though. It's like the same shape and everything as the one from a previous year with the wings and the halo, but it's more of like almost like a Christmassy stained glass. And if you are looking for a like holiday angel, if you are looking for a Christmas angel specifically, this might be like something really, really great for you. I'm just not a huge fan, and I also don't love that it looks like they reused the sculpt and just kind of changed what was on the inside and like the colors. I'm not obsessed with the fact that it's like basically the exact same shape and everything. Even the dress is like still the kind of mermaid silhouette. Obviously it's got more stuff going on, different stuff going on. I just don't like this one as much. I'm gonna put her into pure because I don't think she's bad. Like, I don't think this is an ugly design. It's just not hitting the chord that I want it to. But that is going to bring us to the end of the ranking here. I am really surprised that it is skewing so favorably. I did not expect that at all going in, because I guess I just thought a lot more of these would be really kitschy in like an ugly way and like not something that I like. And there's definitely a few that I'm not as big a fan of, but I really loved so many of these Angel Barbies. Like, there's so many good ones, at least in my opinion. Obviously, I'd love to hear what you guys think. But it's just so fascinating to me how, like, overall positive this ranking is, because I would not have expected that going in. But yes, guys, that is going to be it for today. Thank you again to the person who suggested this video idea, because I probably would not have thought of this on my own, and I definitely would not have known how much I actually surprisingly like the Angel Barbies without the suggestion. So this has been both a fun video for me to make and a fun little bit of like self-discovery, I guess, for me. I do hope you guys were able to enjoy as well. Like I said before, definitely let me know your thoughts on these dolls in the comments. But yeah, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or your night or whatever it might be, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.